but he was a code contributor last year. Nafta Simon has provided invaluable usage feedback. This wouldn't be possible without him. And 4K at PS4 no longer works at Kipper, but last year he provided invaluable support for our development. Okay, so if you're interested in helping with this project, we have a lot to do. We have documentation, but it's nowhere near complete. We have a large documentation directory, which I'll show in a second, and you can just email me or any of the people on the team. Okay, so our project is released under the GPL v3, although we allow you to use it with your off-ball robots without releasing your code. And it's been open source since the beginning, so you can always find it on our GitHub repository, the latest version. Okay, so thank you, and let me show you the documentation really quick. And this is packaged when you download the clip. Okay, so here is our documentation. We have extremely extensive documentation on all the features of our library. So for example, if you want to draw to the screen, we provide frame buffer, pix maps, drawing code, anything you could ever want. We also have analog sensors, documentation on how to use that. Anything you want to do, we have an object-oriented camera library. I'm sorry I don't have time to go into more detail about all that stuff. We also have a very nice movement library, which allows you to use the same code that you would to drive on a CBC robot than you would on a Create robot. So it's exactly the same code base, no matter which platform you're using for your robot. I think that's about it. We also have an extensive exception system. So instead of, if your C code may have save faulted, and you just get this save fault message, and there's no description of what went wrong, how to fix it. There's no useful information. So when you encounter an error on a Java program and you're running on your CBC, it tells you the line that it happened on and what happened. So it really allows you to develop programs a lot faster. So I guess we'll take questions now. Any questions? We use a custom VM, JamVM. It uses GNU class path, so it's not the normal library. Actually, I can show you. Okay. So it's not the normal library, but it is compatible with files you compile on the computer. So our Java files are compiled on the computer and then sent over compiled already. So there's no compile, it's just ready to run once you get it on CBC. We also have a rudimentary simulator, as I said. So if you're working on a robot, you can run it on your computer, find errors, anything that's going on, and you have access to the buttons, the motor positions. It's pretty rudimentary right now, but it's a start. Any other questions?
I think we discussed this before, but for everyone's benefit of knowing, why did you choose to go with using the virtual machine rather than GCJ?
That would add a compile step to our development process, and that really isn't the streamlined platform we want. I mean, that's possible for future work, but right now it just uses the virtual machine so we can run exactly the same code on the computer and on the CBC.
Thank you to all of our presenters today. I don't know how many of you guys have done presentations like this, but it can be a little nerve-wracking, and I thought these guys did a great job. So.